Hello, how's everyone doing tonight or today? Whatever time you're watching this video. Where I live here in Palmhurst, Texas, I've been able to catch on live stream a large variety of birds, and two of those birds are, well, one of them is the black eagle. It's the common black eagle. Another one is the slightly larger red-tailed eagle. I mean, not eagle hawk. The common black hawk and the red-tailed hawk. A red-tailed hawk being slightly bigger, of course. And then you got but I want to compare the black hawk in particular, not the red-tailed hawk, because he's a lot more distinctive. But I want to compare the common black hawk to an eagle, because the other two birds, the hawks are fairly close in size in comparison. So I don't need to compare those two birds any more than you can go do that. I do want to point out how come it's easier for me to tell an eagle from a hawk, and you see I have a hard time doing it sometimes. But I'm getting better at it. I'm getting a lot better at it. But I want to explain something to you guys about how to tell a very distinctive difference. And that is in their size. Now, their size, when you go look at wingspan of a bird, and it says 5 feet, that bird is about 11 feet, wingtip to wingtip. You do understand that, don't you? And I'm going to show that to you here in this video, okay? So there's no misunderstanding about this. Because I had somebody disagree with me that here recently. Well, why would they say wingspan then? Well, because they are. This is your common blackbird right here, or your not blackbird, your common black hawk right here. I want you to look at this picture because I'm going to come back to this picture. And there's the picture, right? When I pull it up, there she is. And y'all saw this this hawk today, 3 of them out here on my property that I live on. Now, you can go get measurements on the hawk. Here's one where it says 50 inches. That's put out there by some blog digger. And he probably is fairly accurate for where he lives. Here's another one that tells you it's about 46.1 inches. So it's telling you slightly under that right there. But I can tell you, I can guarantee, I've seen reports of them having 4.8 inches of wingspan. 4 foot 8 inches, I would say. So you're looking at about a 5 foot wingspan, basically, on those birds. So when you talk about a hawk's wingspan, you're talking about, even if it was only 4 foot wingspan, you're talking about a 9 foot bird wingspan to wingspan, and they can easily reach 10 feet. Okay? Now, here, and that's what you are seeing out here. And I'll tell you again, I'll get back to that in a minute. Now, this is the black eagle, which has a 7 foot, 7 inch wingspan. Now, let me get back to this right here. How do you know that I'm accurate in what I'm telling you here? And it's pretty simple. Look at the length of the eagle. It's 16 inches, roughly. Some of them can reach 17 inches. This one's 16.9. This is average, guys, okay? This is average. There are Black Hawks that easily measure out 18 inches plus. So this is just an average. So I'm telling you now, some of these hawks get up to 19, pushing 20 inches. Where I live, they get a little bit bigger, like 20 inches is quite common to see those. Now, if you have a bird here that is that long of a bird, it's easy to say that 12, 13. If he was 18 inches, well, that's a foot and a half in length, right? But even if you're going to call it straight up 16 inches, well, you got to give me an extra 4 inches on a foot. But I could easily dig 5 inches out of this. And where I live, you can easily dig up 6 inches on that. I'm just giving you the picture here, right? So you can understand when I go to here and it's even bigger. It's even bigger here. See, it's 50 inches here. So this is a 4-foot wide bird no matter how you measure it. And I'm telling you, these birds, you will find reports of these birds having almost 5-inch wingspans. Not 5 inch, I mean much bigger wingspans than that, than the 50 inches. Like you would actually find them be pushing around, let me think, 60 to 72 inches is what I'm telling you that you can find right here where I live. Definitely the 60 plus is easy. You'll see those out here, and you do on my live stream. But irregardless, even all of that, my hearsay on the matter doesn't matter, right? Let's go back to that picture. Dun, 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 dun. Do you like the way I paint? Stick around. You ain't seen nothing yet. So this is the common black hawk. He's got a big beak for a hawk, but it ain't near as big as the eagles. I guarantee you that. Same hawk that y'all saw in my video this morning with the 3 hawks that were hunting, that were posted up here on this property, all 3 of them. Look at the width of his body right here. That is a 10-inch girth minimum. See, if you say this bird is 4 foot wide, you might as well say, because he's going to be over that, just in wingspan alone. So you're going to have to say that's, give me 2 inches on that. We'll call that a 9-foot wingtip to wingtip bird right there. And you are constantly seeing them 9 to 10 to 11 feet out here where I live right now on an everyday basis. So, but how can we also take another look? Well, how long is that body? You remember? It's at least a foot. Well, let's turn that body around, and you're going to get 1 foot, 2 foot, and a half out of that bad boy. So, if we're pushing that, what if we just call that a foot and a half? Let's do it on the other wing, where we know it's going to be an accurate cutoff here at the wing, right? So we want to measure this out. 1, 2, and you're going to get at least a half again, a little bit more. So this is a 5-foot wingspan, at least in a couple of inches. So I'm taking those couple of inches on this 10-inch wide body of this thing, and now you got a 9-foot bird. And I'm telling you, personal experience, this bird is not fully grown, or he's small for the breed. And where I live, these birds get big out here where I live. Now that's just a hawk. He's 9 feet total width right there. That wingtip to that wingtip is what they're saying. That's a pretty big boy. So when I say 10 feet, probably no more than that. And I'm looking at one of these, he probably is about 10 feet. Some of them get 10 feet. Some of them actually get smaller than that. So just not too many. If you see a bird smaller than that, here where I lived, it's this kind of bird. Oh, I need something to drink. Anyway, he is he's especially small for the breed. I'll put it that way. He's probably a youth. Now over here we got the eagles. Now, how big are them eagles? Well, 7 foot 7 inches. Don't play around, big daddy. That's 14, 15 inches, and I'm giving you 2 inches. We're just gonna call him 14. He's the average freaking eagle. I'm telling you, we had one that was at least a 14-foot wingspan, not winged body, but wingtip to wingtip, at least 14 foot. And they're telling me right now, according to this, I'm going to take back those 2 inches on the body because the body on this bad boy is about double that on a hawk. So we're going to add an extra 2 feet. And these eagles that I live around right here, they live around my house that I stay in. We'll call that 14 plus 2, 17 foot wide when they're flying. One wingtip all the way to the other wingtip. So when I tell you I seen at least a 14-foot eagle, and I'm looking at it, and you're watching it on a video, and you can see it's wider than the delivery truck out here, and that's 12 feet wide, just like the back of these campers, and he's easily a couple of feet past that. He's 14 foot long on the wingspan. What I call a wingspan and you call a wingspan is not how they list a bird's wingspan. That's what I'm trying to explain to you here. See, look at his height. He's almost 3 foot tall. The golden eagle is the one we're talking about here. I tell you what, this is one of the prettiest birds you ever see in your life right there. Is that bird right there. But I caught a bird related to this bird, but not, I did not. I don't think it was one of these, but it could have been. It very well could have been this bird. He was that kind of tan, but he didn't have that dark on the tip of his feathers like this particular one does. But it very well could have been the golden eagle that we were looking at that day. Or it could have simply been the large brown eagle because they do measure out around 14 feet also in wingspan, which is smaller. They're a little bit smaller than the golden eagle. This is the big boy on the block. If he shows up, there's nothing he cannot kill unless it's a big bull or something kind of thing. I don't care if it's a bobcat. These birds have been known to kill bobcats because that. Look at the size of that beak. They come down there doing 20 mile an hour and tag the back of your neck is probably going to be broke. But this is what they do to bobcats. If they ever got to take one on, because of competition, food kind of thing. Generally, they don't, but they've been known to even steal some cats' food, like if they make a kill. I'm just telling you how tough these fucking eagles really are in real life. You got a height, a weight, and you got the wingspan here at 7, 8, 7 foot. Oh my God, could you imagine? That's over 15 inches according to this wingspan measurement. That means we see a golden eagle. He is 14 plus 4 inches, 14 and a half. Add in the body, 14, 15, 16 feet wingtip to wingtip. If we ever see this bird, oh God, I couldn't imagine. That is a beast. I hope to see one of them and catch them on live stream video. If you want me to do it where I can zoom in on the bird pretty good, well, please donate to my channel, because equipment like that does cost hundreds of dollars each time you make a purchase. I want to get a nice action phone. If somebody wants to donate the phone to me, hey, let's do it, baby. Let me know. I'll give you my address, where to ship it to. I'm an open book, baby. Okay, and we can make my channel whatever you want to make it into. I'll be your little bird watching guy for you. And anytime you want to come look at some really cool real live stream videos of these kind of birds, well, donate to my channel. Help me out. If you think I might need it, I might need it. If it's going to make my show better catching eagles. You dig? Hey, what's up, Pete? How you doing? So I just wanted to explain to you that when you look up a wingspan measurement, that is only one wing from body to wing. That's the wingspan. If you want to know how big the bird is wingtip to wingtip, well, that's a whole nother thing. Now you got to double that wing measurement plus add in the width of the body. Right? And that one on the eagle's easy 2 feet wide there. So the hawks is not. It's over a foot wide. It's like what, 14, something like that on the width. Some of them a little more, 15. But an eagle's much larger bird. It's like twice as big, almost. So even at 20 feet, you're gonna maybe take a couple inches off of one and give them on the wings. You're still going to come out with the same approximation. These birds get really big. A golden eagle can get 17 feet. One wing tip to the other wing tip and the body in the middle, 17 feet. I haven't seen one that big yet, but I did see the 14-footer that I caught on live streaming. Now, I thought that was amazing. But for me to get as close as I did to those hawks this morning, if you haven't seen it, Pete, you might want to go watch that video. I think it's more towards the end, but kind of towards the end. But I seen a pair of them had landed out back in that tree again, and one of them flew off again. So I went out there and got as close to the one as I could, and he flew off and landed in another tree on the side of the house. I got that close to him. And then, so I started walking over there, and another bird, I thought it was him, but it was another bird, took off. And then I poked around there. I'm on the other side of the house now, and I'm peeking around, and I see the other eagle that had originally landed there behind that tree. He's still behind the tree, and the other one did take off from in the tree. I thought I was seeing things. And so then I look up, and now I see two up there flying in the pattern, right? And this bird here finally noticed I was there and get a little irritated and flew off. And he started flying up to go into that hunting pattern. So we caught 3 common black eagles hunting in one live stream I did this morning. I thought that was so cool. But you got to see them a lot closer up than what you usually do. And I'm telling you, I can really zoom in on, to these guys if I had a really good camera to do so. Which means I need a better cell phone, because a cell phone's the way to go. You can do it on a really good cell phone. And if you're talking about binoculars and all of that, well, yeah, but you're not going to really carry all that around. Generally, that's going to be set on something on a tripod, like a tripod cell phone telescope kind of thing or something like that. And then you want the bino thing too, because you don't need to be that far out like a telescope's going to zoom in, unless it's a more of a lower end telescope, which is probably all I would need anyway. But all of that sitting on the tripod. What about when you're holding your phone and the bird's moving? So you need an action sport camera and whatnot to be able to push all of that to do that. And that requires a much better phone than what I got. But I think I do pretty good with what I got. Cell phone and a laptop. But I thought that was really special that I walked around there, and to our surprise, there was 2 more. So there's 3 common black hawks hunting this area. Now they're not quite as big as the red-tailed hawks that y'all seen here before. They're almost as big. I mean, you're only talking about maybe half a foot or difference in the wingspan, up to a foot difference in wingspan, one hawk to the other. It's not a big difference. You see what I'm saying? It's not that huge. But now, if he's flying and you see an eagle fly, well, an eagle, if you compare a 15-foot eagle, one wingtip to the other, to a little 9-foot common black hawk, I mean, you're going to know the difference. There's no way around it. And there's not but a handful of hawks get bigger than that hawk. And there's not that big of a size difference, here's what I'm saying, between the hawks. But between the eagles, when compared to a hawk, I mean, you're giving up 8 freaking feet. God forbid we see a golden eagle 17 fucking feet across, pardon my language. But look, compare 17 to 8.5. Now he's half the size. And that would be a very accurate comparison. So when I tell you it was a black eagle that was attacking that bird that night, it was a black eagle. Because his wingspan was much bigger than that of 8. I guarantee you it was every bit of 14, maybe 12 minimum. I would go with 12 minimum. But no, I have a hard time. I just can't do it. He was too close, and he was wider than the 12-foot trailer out here, and wider than the delivery truck. I mean, his measurements was obviously wider than that. So if he's wide, you're talking about some kind of eagle that's up there around 12 plus. So you're talking, he's clearly that much bigger, at least 14 feet. But he's a black eagle. So, and there are a few black eagles that get bigger than that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I thought it was pretty cool. I've been able to more accurately go back and figure out what kind of bird it was that night that was attacking that other bird. And it was an eagle. There's no doubt about it. It was just too big not to be. See, it all comes back down to that. Because these birds, you can clearly tell, are not going to measure wingtip to wingtip, one wing to the other, is not going to be as wide as that delivery truck or the back of one of these campers, which is actually the same width. But it's just not. You're looking at a bird that's got a 9-10 foot wingspan at best. And even the red-tailed hawks, they only got like between a 9.5 to a 10.5, maybe an 11-foot wingspan. Because ones out here are pretty big. I mean, I think I've seen one or two of them with about a 12-foot wingspan, about equal to the back of that delivery truck. So those are pretty big birds right there, but they pale in comparison to the size of an eagle. And I've seen eagles up close. Like if he was somebody going out for a pass, I could throw him the football, no problem. I've been that close to these eagles out here. Some of them perch, some of them fly. Well, if they're perched, eventually they're going to fly anyway. But I get very close to them. And just sitting there, I get very close to them. So, of course, I want to pursue taking advantage of where I live. Let's go do some bird watching. And if I get enough in donations, I'll even go drive out somewhere, take a cooler with me, with packed full of mainly ice, and I will sit there and do some bird watching at some of these uh, like reserves that they got. I think that'd be really cool. I think that would be really cool to do that. And let's go hang out for a day. I don't know, maybe drink beer all day. uh, if I'm getting stoned, I'm gonna have to have a place to hide that real quick because the game warden's gonna be out there checking my eyes. So what you doing out here for? Oh, I want to live stream and get these beautiful birds. Yeah, yeah, that's all I'm doing. Oh, okay. You got an idea? You know, when they come check you out and leave you alone and all that. Well, so you got to place put that down real quick. But the beer, I have it wide open, baby. Go. What's up? Hey, how you doing, Game Warden? Hey, all right, man. There you go. I ain't hunting shit. I ain't got no hunting license. I don't even give a damn to kill anything. I'm checking these birds out. You dig? So you're always ready for that. And they might not even bother you. They'll just look at you, oh, bird watcher or whatever. They're pretty smart people. They can figure it out. But, if they're bored, they might want to come up to me and say hi. That's the way I look at it. They'll pull up a chair. You want a beer? Can you drink on duty like a regular police officer around here or not? And I don't think there's going to be too many game wardens just up popping across properties down here for some reason. But some of them might. Right? I don't give a fuck who you are. If you pop across that reservation, I got to look up and make sure I can drink beer in the reservation. If not, I might have to drink lemonade and Kool-Aid and all that kind of shit for a day. Mainly water. But I'm willing to do that. I think it would be really cool to maybe migrate some of my channels into only being a bird watching channel. And maybe I could take some of these videos and splice them up and just have a category of those kind of videos where you're just seeing the action out of it. And not put up the videos where you just got to sit there and watch me all day long. Like for 4 hours until you see something really cool again. We don't want them kind of videos up, right? If I'm going to do a channel like that. So you'll see the video, and then you'll pop in and out anytime you want to while I'm live, and then you're gonna see a redacted video where where we're just gonna take out that section of the video, like, hey, here's an eagle, check that out, and then I'm able to zoom in on it. That kind of shit would be cool. I would love to do that. T-Bob the Bird Watcher, they'd be just calling me the Birdman, Birdman Bob or some shit like that. I don't care. And T-Bob, the Birdman runs up against a real goddamn bird expert, and Bob looks fucking retarded. To be honest with you, that's funny. That's funny, and I am. I'm just an enthusiast. I'm just a newborn bird fan. I don't know what to tell you, kind of thing. But I never lived around birds like the people that are brought up here. They don't give 2 cents rat's ass about them fucking birds. They see them all the time. Yeah, okay, another fucking bird. You get a guy like me down here, I'm like, fucking shit, check out the size of that goddamn eagle. That's what I'm thinking. And I apologize to you Christian ears out there, but, I'm a Christian. I just don't look at the same as some of you. But I'll say this. That's what I'm thinking. What the fuck? I get blown away at this. I really do. I think it's really cool. I love bird watching like this. I love being able to go down there and do it. But right now it wouldn't make any sense because you wouldn't hear a thing I'm saying with them sawing on the tables out there. And all that, what they're doing out there to get the table ready for to use. It's going to be, they're doing blackjack tables. They're building brand new blackjack tables from scratch. That's what they're doing. I don't think you want to be out there as long as they're taking. Now, if it was we're going to do that. Yeah, I'd go make a video about it. But I don't see I can just show you as it goes kind of thing. If I'm out there and they want to show off what they're doing, then I'll go live and show it off. If not, I'm not going to do that. It just doesn't make sense. And the noise, I don't want to, I don't want to put up with that. Just to go do it. That don't make any sense. Anyways, pop in next time, guys. I'll see y'all in the go around. How about that? Shoot, man. Do I need a beer tonight or not? I probably don't. I don't know. I'll think it over. I'm definitely going to go hit a little more smoke up. Y'all be good out there, all right? God bless and peace out. Peter, it's good to see you in here, buddy. Tell Weezy I unblocked him. And I apologize, but I just get... No, I don't want anything to do with KF. It's just simple as that. Or Team Hate. Those guys, nah. And I don't like Tony. I don't like Bologna. I don't like Tricep Brock because he constantly attacked me trying to pretend to be the good guy over there. And he'd been over there on their fucking hate team this whole time. He was one of the ones that was assigned to be my buddy over here helping me out. Oh God, they had me from day one wrapped up in there, and so I don't care to talk to them too much. I wouldn't mind talking to Leaf, and I wouldn't mind talking to Bologna, and I wouldn't mind talking to Tricep Bra, right? Digging in their minds a little bit. Now we already know Bologna is a dumb, stupid motherfucking son of a bitch, right? I don't even see a need to talk to that dumb. When you're that damn dumb, I don't see a need to talk to you if you're that fucking stupid, right? So that's why I don't give a fuck to ever talk to Bologna. I do want to know who he is because I heard he's a big guy and I think I can kick his fucking ass. So how about when I get to San Diego, I go rent me out a fucking gym and go live stream and call him out. How about I do it before I even go to the gym? How about I just call him out and say, meet me at this gym tomorrow, you fucking punk. Let's see what kind of a man he is then. That's what I got planned for Bologna. Oh, so sexy star popped in here. Hello, baby. I was just showing the difference between how to tell the difference in the size between a hawk and an eagle and how to determine a bird size. People think when they see that the eagle's 7 foot 7 inches wide in the wingspan that that's how big the bird is. That's not true. That's just one wing on a fucking bird. You got if you want to know when they're flying with their wings out, you got to take the 7 foot 7 inches and double it. So now you got what do you got? Uh, 14. You got 15 inches minus 2 inches, right? So you might as well just say 15 fucking inches because the body is pretty fucking thick. So you got to add another at least foot and a half, 2 feet in there. And also, eagles get bigger than that anyway. So I guarantee you, some of these eagles get 15, 17 feet wide, just like the golden eagle. Golden eagles we have down here, and they get 17 fucking feet wide when they take off and fly. And their birds are all the way out. The birds being the wings. Ta-da! See me fly, baby. Whee! But it's pretty cool. So that's my topic in this video. I just wanted to cover that. And I think I did a really good job. Because I turned my screen around, I was able to show you, okay, it says this, but look at how long that body is. Because let me give you an example. I'll do it again right now. Watch. Let me turn my screen around. Okay, hold on. Let me go look something up. Help you out. Okay, let me go. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Again, just real quick. Okay, so earlier, what I covered was the common black hawk. The common black hawk is what you saw this morning. If you go back and watch that video from this morning, towards the end of it, there were some black hawks on this property that I live on. There were 3 of them, as it turns out, because one of them was at the back fence. I walked back there to him until he flew off, and he landed in another tree on this property. So I walked over there, and another one flew up, and I noticed there was now 2 up there flying in a circular pattern hunting. Not just one that I didn't see even until the other one took off. And then that one that I scared up from one tree to the other, he got up, flew off, and started hunting. So there's 3 of them. And that's not very common for people to be live streaming and you being able to see that in the video. And I thought that was pretty cool to be able to capture that for you. This is the bird right here. See that white uh, stripe on the tail? This is the exact bird that y'all are watching today in that live stream. They get roughly up to 50 inches in centimeters. Okay, so you're talking about a wingspan of 127 centimeters, which is 50 inches is what they're talking about right here. Right? Well, that's only 4 feet 2 inches. Right? 4 feet 2 inches. Let me explain something to you about this body right here. It's about a foot and a half inch long. Okay? Almost. So you take that body and you flip it over here, and you got a foot and a half. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the way. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be more accurate. So it's around under probably 5 feet, right? Which is the exact length that you got to be talking about here. So that means this bird right here has almost a 5 foot wingspan. Foot and a half, foot and a half. See where I'm coming from? Foot and a half, foot and a half. That's 1, 2, 3 feet wingspan. This would be actually a very tiny uh, hawk compared to what y'all just saw today in my live stream. The hawks here, all three of them are bigger than this one. Much bigger. If this hawk was only that big. Because the body length, again, foot and a half. So you're going 1, 2, that's a foot and a half. The next one's that's 3 feet long. You go again, and you can say 3.5. They probably get up to 4 feet long on the wingspan, right? On this particular whatever region of the world this particular Black Hawk lives. So you got to double. That's what I'm telling you. So if you're looking at 2.5 feet here, see, because you're going a foot and a half, foot and a half. That's 1, 2, 3 foot, and then another half foot, 3. So you're looking at 3, 3, 6, 7 feet, and you haven't even added in the extra foot for the body here, and you got extra inches. So let's just call this 10-inch wide body a 12-inch wide body. Now you got to add in the body width. What I'm trying to tell you. And that would be better seen at the shoulder, so it's going to be in more than you think. But you still got to add that distance into this measurement thing. And that's another foot. So if you got, basically, I'm telling you, if you got an 8 foot wingspan and you add in another foot, that's a 9 foot bird right there when he's flying with his wings all the way out. And I'm telling you right here where I live today, you saw birds with 10 feet and bigger, longer than 10 feet wingspan blackbirds, common blackbirds, black eagles, I mean, not blackbirds, common black eagles. This breed of bird right here, where I live, gets bigger than the descriptions that they're giving you here. And I'm showing it to you. But they do get at least that big. See, that's where you get that centimeter mark. And here's another one that puts them at a 46.1 inch. So 46 inch, which is even smaller. But you could say about a 4 foot wingspan, okay? Is what you're looking at here. So 8, 9. So you're going to be looking at something at least 9 inches wide. And that's what you're seeing down here, 9 to 10 feet wide, not inches. Well, depends on how you want to measure it. So those are the facts. Now, when you compare an eagle, like this eagle here gets a 7 feet 7 inch wingspan, that is one wing. And we're talking about birds like the golden eagle, the brown eagle, and the bald eagle. And birds like this generally have a 14 to a 17 foot wingspan. Right here where I live, and I've caught them on live stream. So there is no argument about that. Here's the golden eagle. Look how wide that body is. Now see with the golden eagle, if you're looking at an eagle that is 14 foot 2 inches when he's flying, that's how long his wings will be spread out. You're talking about a bird that is 7.7. No, that's 15 foot. Plus you got to add in the 2 inches extra for the wing, plus the width of that body, we'll call it 2 feet. Now you're talking about a 17-foot measurement, wingtip to wingtip. And I live right here in the Rio Grande Valley, and I'm seeing these birds every single day. Not the golden eagle. I haven't seen him yet, I don't think. I might have, but I think it was the brown eagle. I'm pretty sure it was the brown eagle. I'm about 98% sure it was the brown eagle. Here's one of those golden eagles taking off. I don't know. Is that a golden eagle? Let's go find out. Let's go visit the site. Oh, no. It says right here, he's the white-tailed eagle. No, because the white-tailed got an all white-tailed eagle, and that bird don't got it. So what kind of bird is this? I don't even know. But he's a big son of a bitch. He got to be a golden eagle. But guess what? It's a Pinterest picture, so it could be any kind of eagle. We don't know. So it doesn't matter. He's a large breed eagle. And over here, you can get the dimensions on the eagle if you want to dig into all of that. And you'll see that I'm very accurate in how I'm explaining to you to tell how big a bird is and what kind of bird it is, because the size matters. Because if that was a black eagle that was attacking that night, and he was as big as I say he was, it had to be an eagle. It could not have been one of these hawks because he simply was bigger than that. He was way too big to have possibly been any kind of black hawk. I just think that's cool, don't you? So why not? You know, people want to enjoy in on that type of activity and be able to run in there and watch me that part of videos, or you want to come hang out with me on channels, you can. And I think you can be a part of that, and it'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty special, right? Because you're going to be seeing animals down here, in particular birds, that you've never seen before, or you can hear them at night. What if I had an infrared camera to capture one of the bad boys on camera? Like an ocelot cat or something like that. Wouldn't that be freaking awesome? And all I need is a hunter's camera. And I can put it out or aim it that way, right off the property fence. And you'll see them. We'll go back here. Oh, look what I got last night. It might even surprise us. But we can do these things with your help. How about that? Nice little donation to my donation fund down here. And I promise all that money will go to buy new equipment. All right. Peace out, guys. God bless. I'll see y'all in the next go around. But I just feel like taking a break. Fuck it. I'm going to get stoned. What am I talking about? Later on, guys. Y'all be cool.